Hi, my name is Yusuf Yagi, and my email is yusufyagi90@gmail.com. Sorry, gmail.com. Today I'm going to be showing you how to run a trixbox server or a regular web hosting server without a static IP. Works just as great. Um, in some countries other than the United States, having a static IP is expensive. Ah. Like right now, I'm on vacation in Dubai, which is in the UAE, and having an IP address is around just having a static IP is around $200 a month, roughly speaking. So, in other words, people can afford it. Businesses that are just starting up don't go through the hell of um, getting a static IP if you don't have to. And this is how we're actually gonna prove it to you, or I'm gonna prove it to you that you don't actually need static IP. All right, so first of all, we're gonna open the web browser, and I'm going to show you the website I'm going to. It's called noip.com. Create a username and password. I have one, I just don't remember it. But that's not the point. For now, let me show you the Linux side of downloading it and working with it. Alright, alright, this is how the website looks like. Alright, so what we're gonna do is Control-Alt-T, terminal. We're going to SSH into the server. For the Microsoft users, just use PuTTY if you watched my first tutorial. And PuTTY is actually pretty good, but if you're a Linux person like me, then you could just SSH from the terminal. And this is taking a while because I have my trixbox running on a old Acer Aspire, which has 256 megs of RAM. So, alright, so now we're logged into the server. What we're gonna do is we are actually going to cd into the home directory. If you take a look at your home directory ls, it's empty. So what we're gonna do is we are going to make a directory, make the dir for directory called noip, and we are going to cd in it, or we're going to enter that directory. So there we go. ls, it's empty. I like using clear because I like my terminal to be empty. Alright, so type this to actually get the install from noip for the Linux package or a Linux install. It's a .tar. So www.noip.com/client Linux. It's actually very nice of them that they have a Linux package for us. Some people, or a lot of companies, forget that people use Linux. .tar.gz. Like, let's say for instance, Google. No Google Talk. That's really annoying me, but what can we do? Alright, so now that we've installed it, we have the .tar.gz. We are going to extract it. So tar g zvxf, and then noip duc linux.tar.gz, which is this over here, and we just extracted it. And here, take a look. Now we have two folders. I am actually going to remove the tar.gz, and for those of you who don't know how to remove things in Linux, it's just simple rm and then for remove, and then just type the name linux dot tar dot gz. Yes. Alright. Clear and ls. Alright, so we are going to enter this directory, no IP, 2.1.9-1, and we are going to ls. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we are going to copy, cp for copy, binaries, slash no IP 2, which is, where's binaries? Binaries, and we're going to copy a file, a folder, which is inside by this name, and we are going to copy it to the folder outside, no IP 2. Alright, so there we go, and we are going to make install. It's gonna take just a tiny bit. Please enter login email string for noip.com. Alright, let me just pause this video for just a second and find out the login info for myself. Alright, please disappear. I want this bar to leave. Alright, I'm back to you. It was nothing but a tiny flicker, but I reset my username and password. So alright, so please enter login email, enter the password, and configuration file cannot be completed. No hosts are available. Okay, go. Alright, let's go to noip.com. Alright, hold on. Not this. Okay. Let's log in at gmail.com, and you guys are not supposed to know my password, so I can't say it out loud. Actually, I never do say it out loud, but you never know when I could make that tiny mistake. Alright. Find the domain name, blah blah blah. Add the domain. .com. Well, I want to see if I could just have plus let's try Yagi's hosting. I used to have a website before my the most horrible hosting provider gave me such a hard time. I just closed down the whole thing. Add my domain. Let's see if this works. It usually costs money to transfer domain names. List Yagi's hosting.com. Let's open another tab. Yeah, see, I don't want to do that, really. Actually, let's just go ahead and do it. Street address NA, Austin, Texas 78749 512. Alright, so I got out of the page because I actually didn't need all that, and I paused the video because of my number. Alright, so actually I just went to host and redirecting, and let's actually see this. If I could do let's just go yusuf.noip.org, DNS host, a blah blah blah, IP address, assign group, no groups, enable wildcard, don't need that, create host. Let's actually try this. Alright, so yusuf.noip.org, sorry, and let's try make install again. yusufyagi90@gmail.com. Password is secret, of course. And let's see if this works right now. Alright, it actually worked. Auto configuration for a Linux client of no IP. Please enter to this. It will only one host. Yusuf.noip.org is registered to this account. It will be used. Please update and please enter an update interval. Let's do every 10 minutes, let's say. Do you wish to run something at successful update? Well, let's go with yes. Enter the script program name, trixbox. Alright, looks like it worked. Alright, let's try pinging. Ping Yagi dot, oh no, Yusuf dot no IP dot org. Pring. Okay. There we go. It worked perfectly. See? Yusuf.noip.org, and this is currently my IP address. And it's telling me from Dubai. Perfect. Well, there you go. I just did yusuf.noip.org. Actually, let's try one more thing. Out of curiosity. As here in Dubai, they don't let you do this, but let's try. Pasting this here. Or let's try Twinkle. Let's file, change user, edit. Oh well, that's it. Thank you for watching and happy computing.